didn't work. What happened? Oh, there it is.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the October Energy Update. My name's Caroline. I'm here with Master Shaman and Energy Healer Bonnie Serratore. And we're going to hear first about what these energies are doing for the month of October. I don't know if we just lost Bonnie or what, because I'm not seeing her. Okay, she's come back.
I
Okay.
hit the wrong button.
That's all right. So Bonnie's going to do a group clearing, and I'm going to do a channeled answer with some energy work. So if you do have a question for the channeled answer and energy work, please write that into the comments, the live chat. Okay, but you've got to be specific. Don't just say, what's going on with my house? Okay, be specific. You hear creaking noises that are strange, footsteps on the stair when you're the only one there, Be really specific, because very general questions get very general answers, and people are never happy with those. So Bonnie, with that being said, Bonnie, tell us about October, please.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So October, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news. Okay. So it's going to be intense, people. So there's a shrouding kind of energy that's happening, but in that, it's really like, it's like a shadow phase. Okay. It's the beginning of a major shadow phase that we're going to be going into. So October is going to be truly, it's going to be activating some really deep stuff. Think about this. Remember, we have all this carryover. Okay. The only way we're going to release it is to know it, is to feel it. Okay. And that means to feel it all the way. The way that happens is we have to get activated. We have to be able to activate that wound so that it comes to the surface. Okay. That means that your external world, all kinds of things will be happening in your life. And even in the world, if you look at the world, a lot of people are watching what's happening and all the different things and the different places in the country, like Palestine, like Gaza and Palestine, Israel, Palestine, and then Russia. All these things that are happening. Okay, that can get activated for people, but also just in your own life. It could be your children that activate your partner or your friends or whatever, but it's going to be very, very, very intense. So the energy, it's like a shrouding, literally. It has this gray, like a grayness all around the entire planet. It's around everyone. What it's doing is it's kind of like putting you into in yourself, meaning, if you're wanting to push energy out or just like have open heart, have that feeling of, love and light. Okay, it's like the darkness is here. So what it's doing is it's literally coming in to your subconscious, or, it's the squeeze is happening, so to speak. The darkness is happening, and it's like a shadowy kind of energy, but you're kind of like walking around in the fog, a dark fog, and you don't really know where you're going, so to speak. It has really intense energy. So all that stuff in the subconscious, you know what I mean? Like, it's the deeper stuff in your subconscious that hasn't been brought to the surface is now going to be brought more to the surface. So the intensity, like if you've already been having a little bit of anxiety or fear or stress around your finances, or, supporting yourself or feeding yourself or paying your rent, or, that kind of thing, it's going to really be hitting that survival kind of energy. And here's the thing that I think is really important for people to understand. You create your reality, and you create it through your subconscious. So whatever energy you've got in there, whatever that belief is, okay, the lack, not enough, not feeling loved or important, or whatever those are, that energy that's been really buried now is going to be penetrated, and it's going to start coming to the surface. Okay. So this is why there's so much intensity. Okay. But the thing is if you, rather than going, okay, this is terrible, what if you recognize that this is the way it's always been? Okay. We have to activate the subconscious to heal it, to find it, to feel it, to heal it. If you don't, you'll always be in suffering. Okay. Nothing will change. And when you release these places, when you start coming in and feeling these places within, then the energy shifts and changes, and those wounded places are no longer there. Therefore, that energy in your subconscious no longer has that darkness or that particular energy. So you're no longer echoing that out, drawing to you like a magnet, as well as your higher levels bringing opportunities. So everything changes, and your relationship to those kinds of issues, those kinds of feelings, those kinds of experiences changes. Okay, so at one point you may have been like totally broken, where now, oh yeah, okay, I get it, yeah, okay, and it's no big deal. Okay, but what's happening ultimately is the subconscious, as you're clearing these out, the vibrational frequency that you're doing right now is no longer the same vibrational frequency. Okay, so maybe you had really intense abandonment issues, okay, and you brought it to the surface. So that particular energy is no longer that dark blue. Now it's lightened up. Okay, so then this is the next piece in that energy, and when that gets activated, then it goes even lighter. It's got to go really light. Okay, so ultimately, if you get all the pieces that are connected to a particular emotion, then the energy is no longer there, and you're no longer co-creating those things, because you're no longer needing to heal it, because it's healed, it's gone, it's out of your subconscious. Okay. So the October is kind of like the beginning. Like when I'm looking at the energies that are coming, October is kind of like the like they were saying, like the shadow phase. Okay, so it's the starting stages of that shadow phase, and then it gets a little bit darker in November, a little bit darker in December, a little bit darker in January, and then we start going into the next year. But each month is going to be a little bit different, a little bit more intense, a little bit more powerful. But again, I think it's important that people realize that this is the soul's journey. Okay, this is about your soul evolving, your soul waking up, okay, healing, so that you're no longer, have a broken heart, no longer shattered and destroyed or despondent, or have all this angst and energy in you, no more PTSD, you know what I mean? Like all these really intense emotions will be released if you can just take the ride with it. Okay, so yes, of course we have to navigate what's happening, and we have to deal with life, but at the same time, what's really important is that you go through the emotions that are being activated, that are being triggered. Okay, that's going to be key, vital for you to do that. So let's just say, for example, a lot of people deal with money issues, or maybe even health issues, but money's a big one for a lot of people. The masses are the ones who are, getting whacked with all the costs of everything, and cost of living, all of that thing. So they're the ones who suffer the most. And let's just say that your life, like I can just talk about me. Okay, when I was younger, I was pretty much destitute. Okay, destitute. So years and years of always worrying, paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes I'm not going to be enough. Trying to, in fact, just so, let me just tell the real truth. Okay, I did have times when I had no food at all. Okay, I would take my daughter. She was a baby. She was probably not about a year old. I would take her to my sister and let her be there so that she could eat. Okay, the only thing I ate was when I go pick her up. If there was anything left on the scraps on the table, that's what I ate, and that was it. Okay, I weighed 40 pounds less than I do right now. Okay, so I do know what it's like. I know it. I know what it feels like when you can't feed your own child and you can't feed yourself. I was living in a freaking ghetto, you guys, cockroach infested. I mean, I just had no money. It was just me and my daughter, and I had divorced my husband and whatever. So, we all have our tragedies, our stories. And so I totally understand. I do know. So again, it's in our subconscious. Okay. So if you've got these stressors and money, so the key is there's emotions that you're experiencing, deep emotions. The key to unraveling your subconscious is go through these emotions, go through them. And when I say go through them, it's really important that you understand that by going through an emotion doesn't mean that you're crying while telling your story. Oh, this is happening to me. Yes, I have no whatever. Okay. No, you have to become the emotion. That means no thoughts, no story. You are the emotion. This is how the soul knows it. This is how it learns the lesson. This is how it gets it. And then you don't have to keep doing it over and over. When you shift that energy in your subconscious, magically something will start to happen in a good way. Okay. Things start to unravel, things start to unfold. And the life you've been living of lack and fear and anxiety about money, it starts to shift and change. Now, it's not instant because energy has to catch up. I mean, the dense world catches up with the shifting and changing in our subconscious, and it does catch up. So in time, literally, you will not be having these worries and stresses, and the money issues will start to dissolve. Okay. So again, it's really vitally important that you go through these emotions, whatever they are. So, again, too, just think about this. You're aware of the initial emotion because you live it, you feel it all the time. But now you're going to surrender to that initial emotion. No mind thoughts, feeling only, emotion, just feeling those emotions. Then the energy underneath will start to come to the surface. Then you start going through that one because that's still not deep in the subconscious. Surrender to that emotion, whatever it is, all the way. And then you start hitting that subconscious stuff. Okay. Then sometimes memories come, past lives will come, all kinds of things start to happen. And keep releasing. Let your heart break. Let it break. Feel like you're broken. Feel like you're shattered. Feel like you're going to die. Feel like you're going to go crazy. Feel like you're never going to come out of it, because that's the truth of what happens, unfortunately. But you guys, Oceana and I have done this so many times. We know, right, girl? We know, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times I thought I was going to die. I can't tell you how many times I thought, I'm seriously, my heart's totally shattered and broken. I don't think I can handle it, but I kept going. Okay. And shift happened huge. My life has changed. I'm no longer shattered, broken like I once was. Okay. And it's true for everyone. And keep in mind, I've worked with thousands upon thousands of people. Okay. Over 40 years of hands-on healing. So I practiced, I watched, I tracked. I've been watching humanity my entire life. And I know what works. I know what doesn't. Okay. I watch people do their recycling, that doesn't work. Okay. If you cry, but story, and nothing's changing. Okay. So, and everything does take time, people. Okay. Here's the thing. There's a question here. Someone had the package of Darius and not worked for her. How long does it take? Okay. Here's the thing. You're free when there's no longer an angst in the body. What I mean by that is this. Okay. So, when I think about, is there enough money and I still have any energy if there's a grab or a charge or a zing or any kind of reaction in my body, I'm not free from it yet. It just means that there's more pieces that haven't been found yet. Okay. And people, I'm going to tell you, if you're not getting 100% cleared on something, get a healing. Okay. Sometimes it's whatever's somewhere in your subconscious, something is still hidden. Okay. It's not been revealed yet or released yet. That's the only thing that's up. Okay. If something's not changing for you, it just means there's something deeper in your subconscious that hasn't been found yet. Clearings can keep listening. They keep going deeper. And if it's still not working, get a session. Okay. That's how it works. Oceana, you get sessions, right? I get sessions, okay? Because sometimes we need that. And then boom, we got it. It's over, okay? But the key, people, is like, for example, okay, you still have money. Okay, money is coming to me. Oh, I feel something in here. I felt a little zing. I felt a little grab. I felt a little something. You're not clear yet, okay? Your body's talking to you. When you can say money's coming, I can receive thousands and that, and your heart's going, yeah, baby, bring it on. Okay. Then you're free. If it's not, if you got any angst, any grabs, anything, you're not done yet. It's that simple. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is why people, you hear this expression, sometimes the only way out is through. And I think that's exactly what Bonnie's talking about. It's been true in my life times 1,000, because I had, like a lot of people, such a crazy childhood. And then everything that followed was also way off kilter because of that original situation, which hark back to other lives I've lived. So that means, okay, why did I put all this awfulness into my life chart for this life? Well, it's because you've suffered it before. But this time, friends, we're not just going to suffer. We're going to let ourselves feel it. We're going to let the tears come. And what Bonnie's saying about, don't go into your thoughts. Let the emotion come up. This is so important. I knew every time, this was even years ago, every time I would feel intense emotion and be crying so that like the tears would come straight out of my eyes. I didn't bother getting on my face. It was so intense. And I thought, I remember getting a message. I wasn't thinking any words, but I got a message from my higher self. And she said, it is the old wound, meaning now you've hit bedrock. And that was that it cleared up a lot for me, and I still wasn't thinking thoughts of my own. I just let the emotion come forward. And these are moments we're not terribly happy about. Maybe something awful happened, but it triggered the very old wounding that you and I come in with. The core wounding, I think, is something that Bonnie will use, that it's right at the center. And it comes up because we decided, look, I got to get rid of this. And you have to do it while in a physical body. There is some healing out in the etheric, that's fine after we pass. But mainly we concentrate on healing here while we're in a body in an earth life. And that's where it started, and that's where it has to end, I guess.
Yeah,
very intense.
The carryover, people. Here's the thing: we've never had teachings that teach us how to unravel our wounding. Okay, we've got lots of things that band-aid it, rise above it. Some healing kind of stuff. But I was like, you guys, I was like a forerunner. I was like a leader in the deep emotional unraveling. I started doing this kind of stuff in 1970. Let me see, 84. Sorry, 1984. Yeah. But so 1984 is that's when I really started doing stuff. Okay. But, prior to that, I did a lot of crying, cry me a river, and then think nothing changed other than, a lot of crying. So the poor me. But, the energies are shifting and changing. And as we keep evolving and keep facing these places, then, things start to shift and change. Okay. But it is that thing where we have to feel it. We have to feel it to heal it. I used to have a little thing says, to feel is to heal, is to feel is to heal. We had that when I had the Renaissance Center. Okay. We had these little cool things, and it's really true. You have to face these emotions within. Otherwise they don't just go away, people. The carryover. So you've got all these lifetimes that you've never went through the emotions. I mean, there might be a handful here and there where you did, because sometimes it's so devastating. People just completely, collapse in devastation and just cry and sob, and then energy moves. Okay. But most people don't drop in. When you don't drop in, that energy is lodged in your soul imprint, and you're going to carry it with you forever. Okay. So here's the thing. We're in the new paradigm now. We're at that, we are in it. We're not fully 100%. We still got some shadow of that Piscean age, but we're landing in it. And it's what it's doing is helping us to be able to access the emotions even more deeply, more profoundly. Okay. So the new paradigm is, this is the time to do your inner work. It's the easiest ever that it's ever been. Okay. I remember when I first started it, even back then, it was so much more sluggish and longer. It took so much longer than it does now. I can go through something and it's done quick. Okay. Yeah.
Fantastic. And that does seem to be the era we're in.
Yes, this is the time. Think about it. I mean, think about this, you guys. Look at way back in the day, like Stan Groff and Dom, what's his name? Ram Dass. Sorry. Okay. All back then, those guys they started doing LSD. Okay. They were using LSD to find places. They started doing all this breath work, and, breath work became a really big thing, holotropic breath work. So all these things were happening. I was doing it through the emotions. Okay. So these guys were like the forerunners and that kind of stuff, bringing psychedelics in for healing. And for me, I was like digging in the dirt. So either way it works. Okay. But no matter what, people, there's things you're going to have to feel and you're going to have to face. That's it. There's no way around it. If you don't, it's not going away. Think about that. It's not going away. So you're getting triggered. You're getting activated. Remember, this is the soul's journey. It's about your soul waking up, really getting liberated to share the gift of you. And this is what the journey looks like. This is it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was just going to say, it's so easy to externalize and think if something bad happens, that's some horrible goblin that's wandered into my life or into the house or whatever. And in fact, all you've done is uncover something. It took me a long time to figure this out. And people talk about protection. And I know Bonnie's talked about this, and I try to explain to people as well. And I'm glad Bonnie talks about it, because I didn't understand it at first, and a lot of people don't, that if you're running into something intense, negative, violent, awful, that's just a mirror. It's almost a gift, even if it's awful. It's kind of a gift to show you have something to get out of your system because you have drawn this in very unconsciously. Something in you matches this situation or this person or this accident or violence of some kind. Now, sometimes it's because we want to heal. We have this compulsive need to fix everything. And so then we're concentrating on the negative for that. But then where's that big hole inside that says you're not enough unless you're operating at full capacity and healing the world? And then you've bought the reason why it's okay for you to be on the planet. And I've had to travel through that. I'm probably still traveling through it to a degree, but once you realize this is just going to keep happening, this situation, whatever it is, you can move away from the bad job with a crazy partner. But guess what? More stuff, more crap is going to come up if you haven't gone to the center yet. Yeah.
And you guys, truthfully, you have to realize this too. Healing takes time. Okay. It's a journey. And every time you shift and change something, you see the world differently. Okay. So everything you do to heal your own self or to release energies, you're constantly in a state of change. Okay. You're expanding, you're waking up. And again, it's taking time. Okay. I want you to think about this. I first started my really deep unraveling in 1984. What year is this? 2025. I've had some of my biggest unravelings in this last year and a half. Okay. Most profound have happened the last year and a half. Okay. So you guys, and I do my inner work, and you can't find stuff until it gets activated. But when it does, then I go in and unravel. But all healing, all paths take time. There's no instant, you're awake. It's not possible and it's not going to happen. Okay. It's a journey. So just accept that it's a journey and it's going to take time. And every piece you do feel better. You do feel lighter. Okay. Well, and then here comes this. Okay. Here's the next piece. Okay. The acceleration no longer gives us the break where I remember way back when I was teaching classes and doing all this kind of work, healing work back then, let's just say back in like 86, 87, when I was doing lots of hands-on stuff or throughout the years up until just recently, it would take time. They would have someone have a big breakthrough. Oh, they'd have a year before the next issue would come to the surface. What's happening now? Oh, I just went through that one. Oh, here's the next piece. That's the acceleration. Okay. Mm-hmm. People accept what is and do your best. Keep showing up, face yourself, go through your emotions. This month's going to be activating.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is going to be intense. I have heard that from several people, and but it's still a gift. It's still one of the bridges we need to cross to get to a higher dimensional life and a higher vibrational one, individually and as a planet. Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yep. So, okay. Well, anybody who would like to have the channeled answer and some energy work, please put the description of what you would like worked on in the chat, and please be specific. Again, Yeah, some of the questions they're good, but they're very general. So please be specific, and I'll ask the collective, this group that I channel, who are just so loving and so wonderful. I'm amazed every time I channel them. I think, wow, they're not working from personality at all. Wow, they're not judging anybody at all. It's just kind of an amazing presence that I'm blessed to know, and all of you as well. Any of you could do this. You just have to get quiet and allow it. Some beautiful higher being to come through. And, it takes a little bit of practice. You want to make sure it's not somebody pretending to be, a higher being when they're not. So, by which I mean higher vibrational.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, when you're saying there's discord in your marriage, it feels like dark energy or entities. Do you feel like, be clear, are you arguing a lot with your spouse? Just let us know. And what the collective are telling me is, 50-50 chance of survival for liver damage. Okay, wonderful, Helu. I'm glad you're still here. What the collective are saying is that they are flowing energies to everybody right now for everything that you write into the chat. So it's not like only one person gets helped. And I know when Bonnie does her clearing, of course, that goes out to everybody. She works in no time, really. She steps out of time space. So if you're watching the replay, it's still there. All that beautiful clearing power is still there. No worries. So, yeah. So, okay, just going to ask the collective, please. Okay, keep scrolling, they're saying.
Yeah. So Oceana's her collective is going to tell her who to pick.
Yeah.
Normally, what's happening, Paro our girl couldn't be here. So we did, yeah.
Ordinarily a moderator.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, we're just going to, again, beautiful higher light. Now, Steve is saying, if someone has nausea and chest pain visiting a cemetery and grave, what could be behind this, please? Yeah, they're pointing at that one. Okay, whatever. All right, so we'll work on that. The same time, if you've written something into the chat, again, there's higher light, a lot of beautiful healing energies flowing to you. You're not being ignored. It's wonderful to delineate clearly what you require help for, because the universe really does hear that. And if you focus on it right now, I'm going to ask everybody's beautiful spirit team, your angelic guardians, your higher self, your spirit guides, to draw in a lot of beautiful support for what everyone's going through, and point to the base of it, please, so that these lovely people can experience in ways that aren't too devastating. I don't want a brick to fall on them, but I just, we would just want them to be able to go into the energy of that and pull that up and express it and let it come forward. Again, like Bonnie's saying, don't have mind thoughts. You're just going straight into the feeling of it, which might be heavy emotion. Yeah, there's a lot here. Let me see here. Okay, so we'll go back to that. Nausea and chest pain. Just give me a moment. I'm going to call in the collective, and just, you'll be hearing them, and then I'll come back at the end, but just go into your breathing, everybody. Whatever your issue is, you're breathing in slowly, maybe to a count of 4. Breathe in through the nose, mouth closed. Hold for 2 beats, and then breathe out for 6 beats. Hold for 2 beats, and then breathe in again for 4. Hold, and breathe out. And hold again. And you're just going to keep repeating that. And something that does is put you into a more relaxed state, and it allows your own inner wisdom to come up, and you're led to face more clearly whatever you've come in with today, rather than just only looking at it mentally as words and ideas. So just carry on with that. I'll call in the collective. One moment. Well, greetings, dear ones. We are always very pleased to have this time to speak with all of you today. And so this dear one is asking if someone has nausea and chest pain, visiting a cemetery and grave, what could be behind this, please? Now, it might be the fact that cemeteries hold very, very intense energy. They almost sort of shouldn't exist. Bodies should be cremated. But let's just call your spirit team in, please. And they're saying they absolutely shouldn't exist. All right. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. So you have a lovely sort of sensitivity and awareness to spirits that are unsettled and unhappy. So there's very different, a lot of different levels to this, but we're going to just center on the fact that many cemeteries or graveyards, if they belong to a church, there are a lot of presences there. And some of them are very dark because people come with their grief and they're crying and they're very unhappy and upset. And they're pouring that out, and there are dark entities who love that sort of thing. There are people who are confused. They refuse to believe that they have died. And so they follow the family to the cemetery. They wonder why the family has left. They're waiting for them to come back. There's just 100 different scenarios. Very often children get very confused and they don't understand why people can't see them. And, people have seen ghostly figures of children as well wandering cemeteries or playing in the trees or what have you. Not at all unusual. Some people never leave is what your team is saying, and absolutely we agree, they have to be led forward. Now you're picking up on that, and something that they're doing is kind of pulling at either the solar plexus or the heart space. So this is something that all right, yeah, you've had lives where you help people cross over. Now, is that happening in the etheric right now? You chat with people in the etheric in your sleep state, but that's not quite helping people cross over, of course. Yeah. Apparently you could see them as children. All right. As a child, as a baby. All right. Yeah. I'm just going to work with this. What's the agreement going on there? No. Look, anybody attached to this dear one, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. If you feel ill, if you feel nauseous or chest pain or what have you, you're going to have to address those who are putting that pressure on you. And again, there's other aspects, but we're just going to concentrate on these other beings being very intrusive and trying to cling to you because they know that you have an aspect of your psyche, your spirit, that knows that they're there, even if you're not fully consciously admitting that to yourself. And we're just going to open a beautiful portal of light. Now, these dear ones are waiting for their families. And you'll see Bonnie do this sort of process where she welcomes in the loved ones of these ones who are attached. You've got a lot of people attached. Some have come back with you. They're lost. Come on, dear ones. Look up into that light. Look at these beautiful loved ones coming forward. Angels of transition, please assist. Yeah. Can you? Yeah. Wonderful. Look at that. Loved ones, please call these ones by their name. Start telling them how beautiful it is in the higher realms and that it's time to go home. And let them know you're still alive in spirit. You're still alive in terms of your consciousness. You don't really need a body. That's a temporary situation. Come on. No, come on. Look up into that light. Come on, dear ones. There we go. Leave this gentleman because you don't. He can't save you. There's no need. You're saved. Look at this. There's your freedom. There's your salvation. There we go. Yeah, of course. No, there's no angels that will judge you. There's no God that will judge you. There's only love there. There's only love. You need to move along. Come on. There we go. All right. Talk to your loved ones about that. There'll be beautiful guides to assist you. Beautiful. Yeah, it's very, very common that people feel, wait, I didn't finish everything. I didn't do everything I came here to do. I can't leave the body yet. I can't leave the earth yet. Yeah, but you need to go. Come on. It's a large crowd. Come on, dear ones. Yeah, we can get some emissaries of light to assist, please. Thank you, dear ones. There we go. There we are. There we are. Come on. Yes. No, nothing dark. Only light, only love. There we are. Come on. And you, yeah. So, wondering if this one is sort of a bit of a magnet for those who are lost. Yeah. So you've had other lives in which you talked easily with people who had passed, and you did help them move across, and you still retain a lot of that. But you've got to learn to, open that portal and say, look, friend, I'm not the answer. Do not cling to me. Do not try to invade my energies. Do not try to go home with me. Look up into that light right now and call forth their loved ones and angels who assist, many in passing, wonderful, and beautiful light beings, wonderful. And yeah, come on, let's get the whole crowd here. This is just, yeah. Some have followed you from other lives. Come on, dear ones. There we go. There we go. No more taking this dear one's life energies, trying to live in him. None of that. Those of you of dark orientation, one might say, are you done? What is this? You're not going to stop him. No. You're not going to be able to punish him for this work. You need to move along. Come on. Come on. Yeah, exactly. You need to move along. You need to move along. No, that's done. All right, we're going to close this portal. Stay. Closing. All right, you can do this yourself at any time, dear one. And also Bonnie has a lot of wonderful clearings on her website, etc. And her people also can help, she or her people whom she's trained. But it's very important to understand that you've been walking around kind of unconscious about a propensity that you have in spirit that has helped to draw in people who, and just energetic forms, as you're visiting a cemetery, that you probably didn't really mean to absorb or try to cure, what have you. It's unconscious, so become conscious of what you're doing. It is a bit shamanic, and you do have beautiful abilities. Your team is saying, absolutely, you can do this. But just be aware, cemeteries are not good places to be. We wouldn't spend a whole lot of time there, in fact, none. If you walk past one, even just be aware there are going to be presences there that will try to cling and try to go home with you, etc. They see your light, they find some comfort in that, and they're also, a lot of them, looking for somebody to help them cross over. So just open that portal and see the golden light pouring through from the higher realms. Invite them to go in. But they're saying there's no need. Look, if you want to honor a loved one who has passed, you can go into meditation and connect with their spirit and do that. And you can tell them, look, we miss you, but we send you so much light for your current journey and so much love. And there's no need to feel that you miss the boat or you have to cling to us or you have to go here or there. Just go into the light and remain there. And when you're ready to return to the earth, if that's for your higher good, you'll do that. And all is well. We're fine here. And we still send you love. We still send you light. You don't ever have to go to a place where someone's remains are buried. This is a macabre and terrible sort of, one might say, 18th, 19th century habit. In centuries before then, people knew better. They knew not to visit graves if they could help it, for the most part, the common folk. So just send them light from where you are. And we would say just leave cemeteries and graveyards where they are, dear one. You don't need to ever go there. They are places, there are gathering places of darkness. So just be aware of that. And your team are just adding a lot about history and how, the wealthy and the well-to-do knew to, they had different forms of taking care of the body of someone who had passed. But very often, and indigenous as well, they would cremate. They knew that was important. That releases karma from the physical body, at least, if not from the spirit and the psyche. So, that's just something to be aware of, dear one, and be very conscious, they're saying, conscious about what you're picking up. And over time, you'll just learn to send people into the light or to speak to them and explain to them you did die and now you need to go home. Yeah. All right. Wonderful. So your team is saying that's all for now. So much love, Dale Wams, and we'll bring our writer back now. Namaste.
All right. Awesome. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to do a clearing. I'm going to do something on, I'm going to start releasing some of your unconscious wounding so that during this time period we're coming into, the energy can move more easily. And I do want to just say one thing. Icelandic angel, okay, you were saying about the money thing. So I just took a quick look. So I just want to go, okay, what's up? What's missing here? What's not getting addressed? Immediately I can see like there's a lot of really, really bad, dark energy coming from underneath that's attacking. Okay, there's something going on at that level. Okay, so you need help with the interference of really dark force stuff. This is partly what's keeping you there. It's like a devouring that's happening. Just really quickly. Okay, all right. So for everyone, what I want you to do is I want you just to think about whatever is in your awareness. What are your issues? What's in your face? What's the drama in your face? What are you struggling with? Just hold that, okay? Because there's an emotion. Let that emotion be there, okay? And then if you can, sit comfortably or lay down, call me in, and I'm going to start releasing energies now. So I'm just going to start going into the subconscious energies, helping the process of October. That's trying to get that really deep subconscious wounding, really old ancient subconscious wounding. So it's going to start coming right in everyone's subconscious, holding whatever issues you got running, whatever's in your face, whatever's up big right here, right now. There's an emotion. Let it be there. Let it be there. Yeah, there we go. Good. Now just let everything go. And I'm going to start coming into the subconscious. Using the energy frequencies of October, the energy frequency that October is holding, the shadow phase. Yeah. And then there we go. Now coming in, I'm going to go right to the subconscious. I'm going after those issues, whatever they are for each and every one of you. I'm going to come right into the subconscious. I'm bringing light spears in, piercing that subconscious, piercing all those energies, piercing. Yeah, in that subconscious, and then yep, there we go. Good. Bring that white flame in, the subconscious coming in. I'm going to go in and start blowing up and shatter all these emotions. This is all massive carryover. This is all carryover, ancient carryover, way back in your life stream. Start releasing all that energy there, the angst that's in there, the deep pain that's in there, all these emotions. Shatter those frequencies. Bring the light in. Let that light be like a vacuum. Now come into that subconscious, pulling energies out. There we go. Good. Then I'm going to go, the interferences that are affecting you as well, keeping you stuck. Yeah, kind of like Icelandic angel, kind of some of that kind of stuff is happening for other people as well. So going into those kind of interferences, dark force interferences, evil interferences, enemy interferences, things that are trying to hurt you, harm you, take you down, keep you stuck, keep you traumatized, torturing you, punish you, getting revenge. Oh yeah, all kinds of energies. Agreements and contracts, soul levels, higher levels, super consciousness levels. Let's just get that go ahead happening. Release agreements and contracts. The light of new paradigm, shine that light of new paradigm, bright, blinding bright light, shining onto you, into the subconscious, shining that light also on all these enemies, all these energy frequencies, evil energies, dark force energies. Yep, there we go. Good. Blasting now, blasting. I'm just going to be casting a lot of nets here. Black net. I'm going after the black net. That's it. Get the hell out of here. There we go. Yeah, enemies. Done. Whoa, we got crazy energies here. We got, banshee kind of energy happening. Done. There we go. We're done here. Done, 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 done. Energy frequencies. Here we go. Dark force energies. There we go. Evil frequencies, energies, minions, servants, all kinds of critters and creatures. Light. Okay, that's it. White flame, blow it up. Blast them right out of the atmosphere. That's it. We're done here. There we go. That was a good one. Casting energy frequencies out of your energy field. There we go. Out of your body. Now coming right into the physical body as well, going after the carryover, massive amounts of carryover, all these issues of carryover that are affecting you right here, right now, causing the angst you're experiencing, that carryover. Now we're coming into that carryover frequency, calling in the soul imprint. There we go. Fabric of your being as well. Soul imprint, coming right to that soul imprint. This is the carryover. All that energy that gets carried over in your soul imprint, going to go blasting through your soul imprint, shattering that energy. Shatter, 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 shatter. Light spears blasting, 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 blasting. Clear, light, 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 light. There we go. Light, 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 light. Clear, 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 clear. Release, 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 release. Shatter, 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 shatter. Release, 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 release. All the way into that subconscious. All the way deep, deep, deep. Bringing in the white flame now. Light spears coming in even deeper into that subconscious. Coming in, piercing, 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 piercing. White flame coming in, blasting. Now shatter the energy. Shatter, 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 shatter these energies. Release them. There we go. Good, 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 good. Okay, hang on. Now, all these beliefs that you've got anchored in, beliefs of deserving, not deserving, all these beliefs that there's something wrong with you, beliefs should be tortured, punished. Yes, you don't deserve. All these beliefs interfering. That's it. There we go. Agreements and contracts for these beliefs. Bigger picture. Let's be done. Light of the new paradigm. Bright, bright, bright. I want that light really bright now. Give me the bright, bright, blinding bright light of the frequency of the new paradigm. Blasting into the subconscious. There we go. Good, good, good. I don't know. Energy is starting to release, 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 release. Good. Even deeper, deeper, deeper into that subconscious. Getting those energy frequencies. Blasting light, 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 light. And casting out even more energies, other people's emotions, other people's beliefs, programmings, other people who want to hurt you, harm you, torture you, punish you. Done, done, done. New paradigm. Show them. New paradigm. This dance is done. Done. Blast them. Blast them. Yeah, kick them right out of the atmosphere right there. So, there we go. Good, good, good. Energy frequencies even deeper down into the energy down beneath you, underneath you, coming through, blasting those energies, coming through that energy, coming up through your underneath you, right there. Release, 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 release. Clear, 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 clear. Done, done, done. Be gone, be gone. Leave, leave, leave. Good. There we go. Good, good, good. Release, 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 release. And lots of energy frequencies getting shattered, 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 shattered. Now going after the deep emotion, the pain, the feelings of forsaken, feelings helpless and hopeless. Those kind of feelings happen in our lives. Helpless, hopeless, forsaken right there. Coming in, let's start shattering those energies. Shatter, helpless, hopeless, forsaken. Yeah. Oh, let's get that regret and shame as well. Regret, shame, 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 regret. Whoa, big, awesome energy here. White flame, come on in. Blasting, blow it up. Shatter it. Shatter, 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 shatter. Shatter, 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 shatter. There we go. Good, good, good. More light, bringing even more light. A new paradigm now, coming in even brighter in this moment. Just bright, 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 blinding white light. Frequency, new paradigm, blasting energy frequencies, darknesses. Let's go after those even deeper emotions, beliefs around yourself. Don't deserve, not good enough, don't matter, not important, not loved. Yeah. Don't belong. Yeah, right there. Shatter, 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 shatter. There we go. Good. More energy releasing, release, 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 release. Good. Energy frequencies dissolve, 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 dissolve. And I'm going to be hitting those first and second chakras in the heart chakra again, or I'm going to hit those now. First chakra, blasting that with the white flame, blow it up. All this carryover, life, death, survival, right here. Blasting, 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 hitting that energy frequency, Move up that second chakra, blasting with the white flame, shatter all those emotional frequencies, carry over, blasting, blasting, shatter, 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 blasting, blasting, breaking it all up, right into the heart chakra as well. All that grief and sadness, despondency, pain, anguish, poor me. Yep, no, yep, forsaken, helpless, hopeless, shatter, 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 shatter. Blasting, 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 release, 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 shatter, 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 shatter. Clear, 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 clear. Good. White flame coming through all these energy frequencies, white light coming in, pulling out all the debris like a vacuum, pulling out all that debris that's getting shattered. Good. Get it out, 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 all the way through those chakras, first chakra, second chakra, and heart chakras. Light, 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 blasting now, spinning, 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 spinning. There we go. Releasing even more energy frequencies. Clear, 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 clear. Release, 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 release. Release. Be done, be done, be done. Higher level super God, give me the go ahead here. Yes. Release it. Release it. Done, done, done. There we go. Good. Now do into that subconscious again. Now bringing in that light. White light, white light, white light, pure unconditional love and light coming in. And then when we're blasting through those energy frequencies in the subconscious, opening your energy frequency up to release those emotions, to release those beliefs, conclusions, self-sabotaging, self-undermining, release, 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 and then coming into the light of who you are, that frequency of pure, pure, pure divine light, that light within, unconditional love and light right there, activating that energy. And then we're going to open energy frequencies up for receiving abundance, receiving wealth, receiving money, whatever that is you're needing. Receive, 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 pouring it in, coming all the way through the body, all the way in and down throughout your whole being, and anchoring that in, and calling in your own self, calling more of you back into your body, being in the body right here, anchoring you in at the seat of the soul. There we go, anchoring in. Good, there we go. Good. Now we're just going to begin to let go of all images, pictures, letting go of anything that's been presenting, let it be, knowing that energy is starting to move, shifting, changing is happening. Just another piece of the puzzle getting unraveled. And when you're conscious, ready here, present, you can open your eyes and be here now.
Fantastic. Everybody take a deep breath, maybe stretch a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, drink some water. Wonderful. That was really, really wonderful. I saw something leave that had come in when I was tiny, like 2 or 3, 4 years old, that I had totally forgotten about and would not have thought was still present. And that's the sort of thing that can happen in Bonnie's clearings.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, everyone, a lot of people saying thank you. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. From Bonnie and from me. Yeah, wonderful. And, I think that something that's important is to be kind to ourselves in this time when so much is coming up. Don't criticize yourself for not being the strong soldier who pushes away negative energy or sadness or whatever and just soldiers on and is just this high functioning thing. I totally understand. A lot of us are trained to live that way. And if you show any emotion, you're being weak or you're a baby or you're spoiled or whatever. And you've got to just break all those old rules. And when it's your time to fully go into something that's been sitting on your energies your whole life, like Bonnie's saying, it's not about thoughts. It's not about words, go way past that and just let it come forward. And I know that if you grow up or become somebody who's very left brain orientated, you probably can't imagine doing anything without word thoughts, but this is the time, we're going past it, just like how we're increasingly seeing time contract and just collapse. It's sort of all times are now. Excuse me. And that's a sign that the planet is moving up into fifth density. We're moving up. We're not going to be stuck in past, present, future anymore. But in order to move into that, you and I are going to have to allow not only the clearings, but the moments where we face the shadow aspects that are just sitting there and unconsciously running us. And you can ask for help, ask your team what needs to come up, and please lead me to releasing that. because I don't even know. A lot of it's stuck in the subconscious. So that's why Bonnie's clearings are so great and so important, and also why allowing emotion to come up, even when your mind is saying, well, what's going on? What are you doing? You have to go past that, tell it to shut up, and just let whatever's there come up so you can release it.
So just really quickly before we leave. So Byron, I read your thing. You've been feeling hatred and rage these past day or two. Okay, so have it. Grab a pillow, tear it apart, beat it up, scream, yell, rant, rave, hate, everything. Get the energy moving, okay? Just feeling it doesn't move it. You have to embrace it and go into it, okay? All right, cool.
Yeah, and you can scream into a pillow, you know, if you have neighbors nearby and you can't actually scream, so as to bring in the fire department. You know, and beat a pillow.
Byron, feel, you got to feel it. You guys, that my point, what I keep saying, you have to feel it to heal it. If you don't want to feel it, it doesn't leave.
Yeah.
It's a duh. Okay.
Absolutely. I guarantee you, I'll do this sometimes. I'll just start beating a pillow or the mattress in the bed. And I'm thinking, I don't really feel angry. And then I feel all this anger coming up. And I thought, oh, it's in there. I wasn't realizing. So, phenomenal. And then Bonnie's got, sorry, go ahead, Bonnie. What were you going to say?
Yeah, just go for it. Go for it. Give it everything you got. Rage it out. Hate everything. Who cares? You know, it's like whatever's there, get it out, and then it won't. That's not the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Know it.
Also, Bonnie has some really lovely clearings coming up. The Well of Grief series, Loss of Others and Self. That's on Saturday, the 10th. So that's next Saturday. Dark Force Interference. Those clearings are amazing. That's Friday, October 24th. And the Clear Your Chakra series is still going on for the sacral chakra, or some people say chakra clearing. That's October 18. So if you go to, let me see here. If you go to bonnieserratore.com and then /shop, and then you're going to start seeing like it'll say clearings, or it'll say Clear Your Chakra series. You know, hit that little downward button next to the word shop. Programs, masterclass series. There's so much there. Well of Grief series is phenomenal. So, and you can do a search for that. And so are the chakra clearings. So just, you know, give yourself the chance to get rid of stuff that maybe you've carried for centuries. Maybe you've carried it for 300 lifetimes, and you've come in this time and said, okay, the energies are very powerful in this particular moment on the earth. I'm coming in, I'm getting rid of this, and this. And it's a tall order, but you don't have to feel it's too much. There's plenty of help for you. And that's okay, Byron, if you feel like an animal with all these emotions, all the more reason to let them out, okay?
Be an animal, be whatever's there.
Yeah.
And I said, Angel, I don't know if, did you do the pot of gold thing that I did? There was a whole thing on a pot of gold. It was pretty profound.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that one was pretty good. All righty. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Oceana. And we'll see you guys next month.
Yeah. Thanks for
Alrighty.
Thanks,
bye, everyone.
Much love.
All right.